Hello, friend. Today we'll be enjoying chapter 57 of Goodnight PunPun. Before we begin, find somewhere cozy to relax. Take a deep breath with me in through your nose and out. Let's enjoy the story. He's coming! Good vibration! PunPun had no idea how big space was nor how long had existed for, but having been told not to come home, and imagining the lewd acts that his mother would have engaged in that night with her friend, he wondered if there were any adults who could say something comforting to a teenager as troubled as he, who desperately wished an asteroid or meteorite or whatever to collide and destroy Earth as soon as possible. My sister's group has this exhibit going on. If it's alright with you, would you like to go together? But even so, Pun Pun was perfectly fine. Because just by thinking about his date this weekend, Pun Pun felt as if his nerves were overwhelmed by a joyous sensation. On the way back from the art exhibit, they'll stop at a park and sit on a bench to rest their tired feet. Just then, Kanye was asked, I've actually liked you ever since the common ceremony. Though Pun Pun couldn't hide his ever increasing excitement anymore, Kanye continued on. Would it be okay, I asked, you to go out with me? And within a few days, they started dating. He would come to know the wondrous sensation of Kanye's lips. Pun Pun was driven a little crazy by this girl, who would kiss him as long as there was no one else around, no matter the place nor time. But that moment of her tongue that far exceeded his imagination, the sensation of his body relaxing and this entangling itself. Ah! Such a seamless girl she is. And on the night that Kanye's parents are out of their relative's wedding, she and he would finally be alone in her room to undress and discover the warmth of each other's naked body. Losing all sense of reason, their bodies will rub against each other. As her neither region grows hotter, she coyly says, let's turn off the lights. Then, like a gentleman, Pun Pun would try to insert his member inside, but then he sees her pained expression. He gently says, I'm sorry. Maybe we should stop. I don't want to force you into anything. But amidst the darkness, Pun Pun somehow senses her pain expression slowly turn into a smile. Just then, she responds, no, it's fine as long as it's you. Anodera, this much is fine because she hesitates slightly before finishing her sentence. Because I love you. Ah! I can't bear not to hold her tightly forever. That's why. That was why. Pun Pun was perfectly fine. Yes, 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 right there. Give it to me right there, just like that. Ah! Yes, yes. Yes, 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 yes. You're so big. I love it when they're big. The town the nights off. May was very dark and quiet, not to mention still very chilly, cold enough to calm down Pun Pun's feelings. The tumult of his heart was frozen by the cold night winds and transformed into feelings of anxiety, such that the shadows of the telephone poles and the corners of the street seemed to be talking to him. While worrying if he would live the rest of his life alone if his date with Kenny were to fail horribly, the cold night wind gently brushed his cheek as if ridiculing him and disappeared. For some reason, the silent town at night rattled Pun Pun's heart. Pun Pun whispered silently in his heart, someone please find me. I'm right here. Huh? You? Your father passed away? Hmm. What? You got a problem with that or something? Ah, no. It's just that I was only feeling depressed like anyone else would. There was no way I could just spend tonight by myself. Well, if that's the case, you could have just spent the night with your son. If that's a joke, then it's not funny. You know how tense my relationship with my son is. I'm not like you. Right. I'm pretty close with my daughter, and I have a kind and caring family. You know, your comment just not really hurt me. Maybe I should try your kind and caring wife about us. Oh, it was only a joke. Don't make such a scary face. Hey, you're already an adult, so you shouldn't say such things even if it's a joke. Besides, it was just you who asked to come over tonight. Sometimes I get the feeling that you mistake being selfish for asserting your freedom. What? You think you can lecture me? Don't spout your crap at me. I said I was feeling depressed, so comfort me or something, you asshole. Acting all high and mighty just because your dick is a little big. If you think I'll always be nice and play along, you're dead wrong. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I went out of line by saying those things. You're so cruel. There. That's a good child. Am I really a good child? Yes, of course, of course. I am a good child, right? Yes, you are. You're a good child. Then marry me. That's not possible. Right. You have a kind and caring wife after all, even though she's ugly and flat chested. Why don't we clean up after ourselves a bit? I wonder if there's still anything good that happened in my life. You want some beer? No, it's fine. I still haven't finished my can yet. I think I should just get going for tonight already. Whoa. Thank you, friend. I'm looking forward to connecting with you and spending more time with you in the next chapter. For tonight, have a great night. Remember, you are not alone. I love you, and good night, sweet dreams. Mwah.